The sun sets on July and rises on destiny. SummerSlam 2025 is upon us. But this isn't just another event. This isn't just another match. This is a collision of legacy, of will, of war. The ring general, the best in the world. Gunther vs. CM Punk. Two men, two philosophies, two eras, one championship. It's happening. At MetLife Stadium, under the bright lights of the first ever two-night SummerSlam. And it's the match everyone has been waiting for. Gunther, the imposing world heavyweight champion, fresh off retiring a legend in Goldberg, now walks into battle carrying the burden of dominance. He didn't just beat Goldberg, he ended him. And he did it with cold, calculated violence. He didn't celebrate. He didn't boast. He moved forward. Because that's what generals do. And now, he turns to face a different kind of challenger. A rebel, a prophet, a fighter. CM Punk, the voice of the voiceless. The scarred survivor. The man who walked away, and came back not for the crowd, but for the crown. On July 14th, on an electric episode of Raw, Punk did what few men have done. He outlasted chaos. He endured punishment. He overcame Bron Breakker, a man who tears through opponents like fire through dry grass. And in the end, Punk stood tall. He earned it. This wasn't a favor. It wasn't nostalgia. It wasn't handed to him. He bled for this. He clawed through a gauntlet to prove he still belongs at the top. Because that's what the best in the world does. And now, for the first time, he faces Gunther. Two contrasting storms. One slow, heavy, relentless. The other sharp, cerebral, unyielding. Gunther has never known doubt. Punk has made doubt his home. Gunther breaks men down. He wears them out. He delivers chop after chop, until even giants beg for mercy. Punk plays chess. He dances. He lures. And when the time is right, he strikes. Their contrast is poetry. But their similarities, their obsession with precision, their hatred of wasted movement, their demand for excellence, that's what makes this more than just a championship match. It's a statement. Gunther's undefeated SummerSlam streak stands at 2-0. He's turned away Priest. He's turned away McIntyre. But he hasn't met Punk. Not this Punk. Not the man who, just last year, returned to SummerSlam after an 11-year absence only to fall short against McIntyre in Cleveland. That loss lit a fire. That fire has not faded. CM Punk came back to WWE with one goal, gold. And this is the moment. The World Heavyweight Championship is the ultimate prize. It sits on Gunther's shoulder like a war medal, earned through blood and dominance. But it calls to Punk like a ghost unfinished. This is his redemption arc. His unfinished chapter. His great battle. This is legacy versus legacy. And the venue is nothing short of epic, MetLife Stadium. The city that never sleeps now plays host to a rivalry that will leave no soul silent. For the first time, SummerSlam stretches across 2 nights. Because one night cannot contain this magnitude. One night cannot contain Punk's resolve. One night cannot contain Gunther's reign. This is personal. This is professional. This is historic. Punk is not just fighting for a title. He's fighting for time, for proof, for the right to say, I still matter. Gunther, he's not defending just a belt. He's defending a throne, a reign that feels inevitable. But inevitability meets unpredictability at SummerSlam. And the crowd knows it. You can hear it in the chants. You can feel it in the tension. This match doesn't need hype. It is the hype. Two masters of their craft. Two men who command respect the moment they step through the ropes. The ring general walks with a strategy forged in destruction. The best in the world walks with experience. Written in scars. Gunther has never faced someone like Punk. And Punk has never stood against someone so brutally composed. No outside distractions. No mind games. Just the bell, the ropes, the mat, and two warriors locked in destiny. What happens when endurance meets innovation? What happens when tradition meets rebellion? What happens when CM Punk and Gunther stand face to face under the lights of SummerSlam? The world will find out. Not in whispers, not in predictions, but in impact, in forearms and knee strikes, in desperation and defiance. The title is on the line. But so is identity, so is legacy. This is the kind of match fans dream of. The kind of showdown that writes itself into history, frame by frame, punch by punch. Gunther doesn't make mistakes. Punk waits for them. Gunther controls the ring. Punk owns the moment. When the bell rings, it won't just be for a match. It'll be for a reckoning. Gunther wants to solidify his dominance. Punk wants to rewrite his ending. Two paths converge. Only one walks out with the gold. Only one walks out as legend. Will it be the ring general? Or will the Second City Saint rise once more? At SummerSlam 2025, streamed live on Peacock and Netflix from MetLife Stadium, the world will witness a war. And in the smoke of battle, only one will stand as World Heavyweight Champion. Only one will leave as the story told for decades to come. It's not just the biggest event of the summer. It's the moment the world stops to watch. Gunther vs. CM Punk. And may the best in the world win.